Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich here with your outlook for March 3rd, 2016, and we are going to have one last taste of winter here. It looks like, and I do really think this is going to be the last taste of winter, unless you get some kind of freak event here in the very tail end of March, or maybe in even early April. Not impossible, of course, but we'll say for all intents and purposes here, with what's expected in the long range, that this might be the last of the season. So we're going to have a little bit of light snow moving in, high pressure up over the top of the system before it comes in. So it will be cold enough to support it. This is coming in mid to late evening hours, we'll say. So we should start off with temperatures in the 20s when this precipitation moves in, which means it's going to be falling as snow and sticking on all surfaces. And this should be a mid to late evening start here from west to east. So light snow and snow showers across our region here. It will be snowing for a good 6 to 8 hours here, so I don't expect, even if it's going to be light and sticking all surfaces here, we should be able to get to at least an inch of snow. So that's why we have the lowest amount we have in our coverage area here is across the very, very far north, which is according to an inch, but everywhere else is 1 to 2, and then maybe a little of the potential for perhaps right down here across, with possible coastal enhancement with this system coming up the coast here. It could graze southern New Jersey and Delaware here, which will give us maybe a 2 to 4 inch area. That's why we included that down here on our first call. So elsewhere, 1 to 2, not a big deal here, but the system's coming awfully close here, and this is the some models here showing that coastal enhancement getting all the way back into southeastern PA and central Jersey. If that's the case, we might have to pump this up a little bit further northwest with the 2 to 4 area. But other than that, we should have this light snow ending here in the morning on Friday morning, and that pulls away and heads off to the northeast. We then look at a next little system coming in here, diving down. This is a clipper system. Again, not a big deal with this. This is another one of those. This is going to bring a few snow showers in the overnight hours on Saturday night, and it's going to be mainly for our southern areas, it looks like, but just a few isolated snow showers in the overnight hours, and it will be cold enough Saturday night to support snow falling for most areas. But that continues to dive down to the southeast here. And as we get into Sunday, we start to warm up a little bit. High pressure is going to be off to our south right here, and it's going to continue off the eastern seaboard. This is going to set up this week to be a very, very warm week as this high pressure moves offshore. So here's your high pressure on Monday, and we really start getting these southwesterly winds coming here starting on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, at the very least, maybe even Friday next week. We're going to have temperatures that are going to be very, very warm, and everything's kind of rotating around that. You can see a huge ridge here with this high off in the Atlantic here that's going to pump up this heat. This would be like a classic setup if we were in the summertime here for an extended heat wave. But instead, since the sun angle's higher, but not quite as high as it is in the summer, obviously, we're dealing with 60s coming in here. Widespread 60-degree temperatures here are already starting on Wednesday of next week, or actually Tuesday of next week. Tuesday and Wednesday of next week should be we should get into the 60s, then well into the 60s as we get into Wednesday, Thursday, maybe even Friday. Might even hit 70 one of these days this week here coming up. So it might be one of those break out the shorts type signals that we're looking at. Some model disagreement as far as how warm it gets. I would not be surprised to see some 70-degree readings here at least one or more of the days as we get into the second half of next week. So whatever's going on today, do take tonight and early tomorrow if you are traveling tonight, do take it easy. Don't take it lightly, because sometimes it's the smallest amount of snow that can cause problems. This will stick on all surfaces with the temperature here. There's the max. There's the temperatures look like at the start of this event here. So it's going to be very cold when the snow's moving in. So just be careful. It could be the last snow of the year, but this will be long forgotten by the time we get to next week, as it'll obviously melt very quickly. But also very warm temperatures are going to be replacing it. It'll be a distant memory at that point. I'm Eastern PA Weather Authority meteorologist Bobby Martrich. That is your outlook for March 3rd, 2016. Have a great Thursday.